back with you for another video. This is another live stream that I am doing, and I think I did this 5 years ago for the 20th anniversary, but it's worth celebrating again because tomorrow, All About Chemistry, the Semisonic album, turns 25 years old, and it is one of my absolute favorite albums. I told my mom, I said the math on it is a little bit rude because I was 8 when it came out, and but it just immediately became one of my favorites. And then I rediscovered it in about 2013. Started re-listening, and it became one of my comfort albums when I was in Spain and kind of missing home a little bit. Um, this is, like I said, the All About Chemistry live stream. I'm going to play through all 12 tracks, and I hope you enjoy it. So this first one is more or less the title track. It's just called Chemistry as opposed to All About Chemistry. But this is Chemistry, and I'll talk a little bit more about it afterwards. So I hope you enjoy it. I remember when I found out about chemistry. It was a long, long way from me. I was old enough to want him, but younger than I wanted him. Suddenly my mission was clear. So for a while I conducted experiments, and I was amazed by the things I learned from the fine, fine girl with nothing but good intentions and a bad tendency to get burned. All of my chemistry, won't you show me everything you know? I wonder what you do to me. Oh, 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 oh. Sometime later I met a young graduate. When I had nobody to call my own, I told her I was looking for somebody to appreciate, and I just couldn't do it alone. So for a while we conducted experiments in an apartment by the river road, and we found out that the two things we put together had a bad tendency to explode. All of my chemistry, won't you show me everything you learn? I'll memorize everything you knew to me, so I can teach you when it comes my turn. Fine spring day, California waves, sweet Pacific scenes, through the windows of airplanes and hotel rooms. So when I find myself alone and unworthy, I think about all the things I learned from the fine, fine women with nothing but good intentions and a bad tendency to get burned. All of my chemistry, won't you show me everything you know? I wonder what you knew to me. Oh, 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 oh. All of my chemistry, won't you show me everything you learn? I'll memorize everything you knew to me, so I can teach you when it comes my turn. It's all about chemistry, chemistry. It's all about chemistry. Oh, 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 oh. All right, and that was Chemistry, the title track to All About Chemistry, which turns 25 tomorrow. I've got something going on tomorrow, so I decided to do the live stream a day early because I've also got something going on Saturday. So, just busy, busy, busy. One thing that is interesting about this album, I absolutely love it. And with, as time has passed, I have, kind of realized, and, Jake Schlichter kind of said this about the band in general, is that their label didn't really know how to market them. They have a very distinct sound on most of their albums, but this one was a little bit more experimental and all of that. But it's just terrific nonetheless. Definitely should be noted. And I usually reserve this for like other like pop albums and stuff when I say this, but regardless of genre, if the lyrics are good, then it should be a successful album. But record labels just have a different mindset when it comes to that kind of stuff, and so it was a little bit tricky. But my point in saying that is that Dan Wilson is the lead singer of Semisonic and principal songwriter, although we'll hear some other co-writes from the other two band members a little bit later. But excuse me, the thing that I wanted to say about that is that chemistry is kind of sets the tone for the rest of the album. And so it's always interesting in terms of where you put a title track. But to me, I view this as a concept album. And Dan Wilson did that again with Love Without Fear, where he started off with the title track. And then the last song on the record was called Even the Stars Are Sleeping. And it kind of gave a hope without really giving an answer. And so you'll kind of see that this album does the same thing. So it's all about chemistry, but that's also a very hard thing to achieve. And so you're going to see that struggle throughout this album. And that's, like I said, what makes this a concept album. So this next song is one of my favorites, and I'm playing at Ghost River, or not Ghost River, I take that back. I'm playing at Flyway Brewery on Monday, the 16th of March, and I'll be playing this song as part of my set. This is a song called Bed, and it is one of my favorites off of the record, top 12, because I love them all, pretty much all equally. So this is Bed, and I hope you enjoy it. My little darling, it's a crying shame the way that you lead me on. And I've got no money but myself to blame, 'cause I've always just played along. Well, show me a mighty that gets no love, and I'll show you a mighty that's way messed up. Well, it seems like you're aware of the effect you have on my head. If it feels like I'm asking you for too much, we can keep in touch, and I'll find someone else to bed. Find someone else. My little darling, I'm a tangled mess when you tease me the way you do. Wouldn't it be like I could only guess if you please me like I want to please you? Well, show me a friendship that's pure and chaste, and I'll show you an engine that's dying to race. Well, the time has come for me to find another way to get my soul fed. I know that we can be the sweetest friends, but if that's where it ends, I gotta find someone else to bed. Find someone else to bed. Well, the time has come for me to take care of myself instead. If you and I remain on a spiritual plane, I will go insane. Don't make me find someone else to bed. Find someone else to bed. Find someone else to bed. All right, excellent. That was Bed by Semisonic, the second track off of All About Chemistry, which turns 25 years old tomorrow. So my mom just tuned in, so I'll tell this story that we were talking a handful of years ago about Dan Wilson and how we love his voice because if we're singing along in the car, then he's got this higher register, but it's also very accessible, right? And so you can kind of reach it. And when I was practicing Bed, I was like, okay, this is exactly what we were talking about because it does go up a little bit high, but not showing off too much. Yet the vocal is just absolutely terrific on it. So shout out to you, Dan, for making catchy songs that we can sing along to, but also that we can get actually sing it pretty well. But anyway, I digress. So we are going to continue here. And like I said, this is largely an album about the struggle of finding that chemistry. And this is one of my favorite songs as well on the record. I'm going to say that a lot, but this one is probably the one I relate to the most. And I've been in situations in the past where there's a bad breakup or a bad falling out, and you've got mutual friends or whatever that you're going to run into. And so just kind of this plea to act naturally is a really good one. Very different than the Buck Owens song of the same name, but this is Act Naturally, and I hope you enjoy it. A little secret just might be the kind of thing that you can't hide. It's growing like a tangled vine and rising like a river in the tide. And everybody knew when you walked into the room, I was just a fool for you. There was nothing I could do. Everybody sees you taking control of me. I'm not begging for release. I'm just begging, darling, please, please, act naturally. Don't let our troubles show. Don't let anybody know till we get it figured out. Don't give them anything that they could doubt. A little problem doesn't seem to me amount to no way. As far as I can tell, it's gonna keep on showing more with every day. And everybody looked, yeah, that was all it took. I can't help believing they can read me like a book. So hide your feelings tight till we figure out to make it right. I don't know what I should, but I would do it if I could. act naturally. Just be you, casual. Just be you, beautiful. I'll be wonderful. You be before this all came now. Act naturally. Don't let our troubles show. Don't let anybody know until we get it figured out. Don't give them anything that they could doubt. Act naturally. Just be beautiful. Just be casual. I'll be me before the fall. You be you before this all came now. All right, so that might have been me going a little bit too high, but when they go low, we go high. That's clearly that phrase is about Dan Wilson's vocals. That was Act Naturally. So we are going to chat next and play. She's Got My Number. Yeah, so this is track 4 and one of my absolute favorites. She's got my number, she always did. She can always see where my secrets hid. Everything about me is hers to tell. She's got my number, she always will. She's got my number, I must confess. One look in her eyes and I feel undressed. She can see right through all my little games. She's got my number, she has my name. Late night driving with the telephone in the car, and I'm always waiting for another call. I'll be lost on a lonely late night. She's got my number, I must confess. Woman in her eyes and I feel undressed. She's got my number, she always did. She can always tell where my secrets hid. Everything about me is hers to tell. She's got my number, she always will. Never a mistake that I ever made. Every little sin is on her display. And through it all I find I want her still. She's got my number, she always will. Late night driving with the telephone in the car, and I'm always waiting for another call. I'll be lost on a lonely late night driving with the telephone in the car, and I'm always waiting for another call. I'll be lost on a lonely late night. She's got my number, she always did. She can always see where my secrets hid. Everything about her is to tell. Everything about me is hers to tell. She's got my number, she always will. All right, so we can pinpoint where the wheels came off there in this live stream. She's got my number, but still a great tune. Just not when I do it, apparently. So that is that. But speaking of songs that I do very well, let's get to the next song, and that is Follow. This is one of those songs that it's so well written, and although I kind of it has a similar vibe to Act Naturally, and I guess I would say I relate most to Act Naturally, but I would love to relate most to this song because it's really good advice to take a relationship slowly, and just take what the other person gives you. So this is Follow, and I hope you enjoy it. I would sure love me, baby, in something that's never leaving. Would like to let go of the hurting when everything's so uncertain. You know I tried to show you what I have inside. When we landed out in something, and when you're an old woman, I'm an old man. Take me wherever you go, help me forget tomorrow. Love me your best, and I know all of the rest will follow. Love me as well as you know, and everything else will follow. I wouldn't mind pretending it's something that's never ending. Would like to believe that someday we won't be living this way. I know you tried to show me you were on my side. Could it mean that I've already found the thing that I'm in searching the whole world around? Take me wherever you go, help me forget tomorrow. Love me your best, and I know all of the rest will follow. Love me your best, and I know all of the rest will follow. All of the rest will follow. All right, and that was Follow, track 5 off of All About Chemistry. So this next song continues the long tradition of Minnesotans getting ghosted. You had Darling Nikki. She did leave a note by the stairs. But apart from that, she was just gone after one night. And then you have the song Sunshine and Chocolate, which I'm about to play. And then years later, my song, Same Phone Number. I don't know what it is, but which is something very odd. But anyway, this is a song called Sunshine and Chocolate, and there is a little bit of hope to this particular song, but it continues the trend of trying to find that chemistry and, kind of realizing it doesn't necessarily work. So this is Sunshine and Chocolate, and I hope you enjoy it. The perfect mate, and when I finally found the one, it was almost too late. Underneath the auditorium, she showed me why I would've waited all my life for somebody right. Sunshine and chocolate all over me, in my mouth and on my tree, around my body, under my hat. Sunshine, chocolate, just like that. I was alone and I woke up and found a note. It said you should know how to be, but I gotta go. I hope you find someone to take care of and give yourself to. And until I get to kiss you again, yeah, I wish you sunshine and chocolate every day, in your work and in your play, in your mouth and down your back. I wish you that sunshine and chocolate all over you, over everything you do, on your money and in your mind. Sunshine, chocolate, everything fine. Now my eyes are open wide as I travel around. Maybe someday I'll find her face in the crowd singing sunshine and chocolate all day, in your work and in your play, in your mouth and down your back. I wish you that sunshine and chocolate all over you, over everything you do, on your body and in your mind. Sunshine, chocolate, everything fine. Everything fine. All right, and that was Sunshine and Chocolate, like I said, by Semisonic, like every song we're playing tonight, because we are celebrating All About Chemistry, which turned 25 or turns 25 tomorrow, which is just nuts, but it's one of my favorites from growing up, and I hope you guys are enjoying this too. This next one, I needed to check to see about Sunshine and Chocolate and who wrote what, because it has a little bit of a vibe of a John Munson song, but he did not write Sunshine and Chocolate. He co-wrote Who's Stopping You with Dan Wilson, which is the next song that we are going to play. So this is Who's Stopping You, and I hope you enjoy. Take all that you got, multiply by 0, divide by the time you got left. Let's add it up and write it down. Tell me what it is that you found. We're speaking in tongues, both of us dumbfounded. Our brains have been impounded by our hearts. Life is so uncertain. Look at all the hurting that we've done. You said you had somebody better to become. Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? We're wasting our time watching our old reruns, waiting for the good ones that never come. You and working on the emptiness that's lurking inside your head. Step into the light, my friend. Who's stopping you? 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 You said you had somebody better to become. Who's stopping you? 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 All right, and that was Who's Stopping You, written by Dan Wilson and John Munson. Um, and I just want to say we are so incredibly lucky to have John Munson in the Minnesota music community. He, was part of Semisonic, he was part of Trip Shakespeare, and now he is part of the New Standards as well, which is Munson, Jen Poling, and Steve Rame, and it's just a really cool jazz collective. They do covers of like pop songs, but in jazz form, and he's just amazing. But he had some health issues last year, I guess that was, and that was like his second stroke that he's had, which I literally do not know how you recover from that. Anyway, like I said, we're just incredibly lucky to have somebody as talented as him, lucky that he's still with us. Shout out to you, John Munson. You might not be listening, you should be, but if you're not, that's okay too. Anyway, we are going to keep on going. So every year I do some like March Madness themed tournaments with various albums and really like the whole discography of a certain artist. And I did that with Semisonic. It was tough, even though they only have 4 records out. But this one actually came up as my favorite Semisonic song, my favorite, the best, however you want to put it. But this is I Wish. And before I move on to this, because I was going to say about Who's Stopping You, there are some really great lines in that. I thought you had somebody better to become. And then the thing about watching our old reruns, waiting for the one that never comes. That's just such a cool visual and such a great line. And there are some amazing lines in this particular song. And speaking of people who are not tuning in, Gary Louris of Jayhawks fame actually did the solo on this particular song, and he could not be reached. I don't know what that's about, but we're just going to go at it acoustic and see what happens. So this is I Wish, and I hope you enjoy it. I wish I could be anyone but the one that I am now. I wish I could be any scene than the one I hang around. I wish I could do anything but the things I always do. No matter how I try to sing along, something is always wrong. What I wish I knew, I wish I could drive in the car that you drive around the bend. I wish I could ride in the back seat you're riding into today. I wish I could be more like someone that you wish that I could be. No matter how I change it anyway, you won't even say if you really want me. I could try to please you, get down on my knees for you, go outside and freeze for you, cross the seas for you, whatever you want me to. I can climb the trees for you, twist in the breeze for you. But there's one thing that I can never do. I can't believe for you. I can't believe in it for you. I wish I could turn into somebody far, far away. I wish I could make myself satisfactory in every way. I wish I could know whether you really know what you need. If I could only be someone else, I wouldn't be myself, and maybe you'd want me. I could try to please you, get down on my knees for you, go outside and freeze for you, swim the seas for you, whatever you need me to. I've been climbing trees for you, twisting in the breeze for you. But there's one thing that I can never do. I can't believe for you. I can't believe in me for you. All right, and that was I Wish. I just completely left the solo out because I just can't compete with Gary's guitar playing. So that was I Wish. Some of my favorite lines in that particular song, just the whole concept of I can't believe in me for you. I just really like that. And then if I could only be somebody else, I wouldn't be myself, and maybe you'd want me. That is such a powerful line. I can't even stand it. Um, but just terrific. Not for nothing. So every year in Spanish 3, we have this subjunctive playlist quiz. And so what I do is I give people, song titles or song lyrics sometimes, and they have to translate them into Spanish, and they use the subjunctive. So one of the ones on there is When It Pleases You by Dan Wilson, that uses the subjunctive. And then this song, the entire, all of the verses, actually, I should say both of them, all three of them use the I wish I could turn into somebody far, far away. Now, the only thing is that there's no subject change, so it might not fully trigger the subjunctive. I feel like I've thought this through. But anyway, it's close enough. So it kind of uses that grammatical concept. And Dan is A, a good enough writer, and B, the man went to Harvard. So, it's entirely possible that he knows about all of this. Again, if you're out there, Dan, call me and we'll talk shop. We're gonna keep on going, and this is one of my favorite stories, and this comes from the uh, the book. So you want to be a rock and roll star by Jacob Schlichter, who's the drummer for Semisonic, and he was talking about when they were writing. Dan wanted to collaborate with Carole King, and I can't remember the order if she like wrote some stuff after that he wrote the original draft, or what the deal was, but she was on his wish list for people to collaborate with. And so, they're in the studio and somebody says, Dan, Carole King's on the phone. And he looks at whoever said that and just goes, shut the fuck up. No, she isn't. And he just flipped out. But then cut to when she was actually in the studio, he got so nervous. The first thing that he said to her was, my mom's a big fan of yours. And she looked at him and said, wow, you made me feel really old just now. But then Adele later returned the favor when during the Someone Like You sessions, or session, I can't remember how many, but that was the first thing she said to him was, my mom's a big fan of yours. But anyway, this is One True Love, and both Carole King and Dan Wilson are terrific piano players. I'm getting there. But I'm going to play this one on guitar just like everything else that I have done. So this is One True Love, and I hope you enjoy it. Up above me, the stars are bright and a sweet suburban breeze is blowing. And down the mile of the parking lights of 100 friends who I barely know and don't know me, don't know me, none of them know me. And all through the party I wanna leave alone with one true love. I could be happy if only I could be in the dark with one true love. And in the middle of everyone, I still find myself with my thoughts alone. And in the middle of all the noise, look around myself at the shiny toys that I don't need, I don't need, I don't really need. And all through the party I wanna leave alone with one true love. All of the lines are shining on me when all I want is one true love. In this world I can see many billions waiting in the sun. So I'd like to believe there'll be one of us for everyone. One of us for everyone. Enough to go around. But that's not what I found. And all through the party I wanna leave alone with one true love. And all of the lights are shining on me. All I want is one true love. All of my life I just wanted to be alone with one true love. And every night I'm my own to be alone with one true love, with one true love, with one true love, with one true love, with one All right, and that was One True Love. Again, I had to sing Carol's parts because she just, couldn't be bothered. She'll make time for Dan Wilson, she'll make time for the Gilmore Girls, but not Minnesota Mike. So, uh, just bizarre, really. Um, so, as I've talked about, this whole album is kind of the push and pull, and maybe that's a bad way to put it with this next song, but it's the push and pull of trying to find that chemistry. And so, of course, when you can't find one true love, there's only one thing to do, and that's what this song is about. Lonely boys and you lonely girls, here at the end of the lonely world, you'll find it now. If there's something to cry about, lonely girls and you lonely boys, playing along with your lonely toys. Well, don't be blue if there's no one to play with you. Get a grip on yourself, you know you should. I got a grip on myself and it feels good. Get a grip on yourself, take my advice. I got a grip on myself and it feels nice. When the lights come on and the party's through, there are still a few with nobody to do. Well, now don't despair, you'll eventually get there. And meanwhile, all of you lonely ones, here's what to do while you're waiting on the sun to rise among the loneliest kind of one. Get a grip on yourself, you know you should. I got a grip on myself and it feels good. Get a grip on yourself, take my advice. I got a grip on myself and it feels nice. And it feels nice. And it feels nice. And it feels nice. If you're looking for someone to get a grip on you, first you gotta get a grip on yourself, it's true. Get a grip on yourself, you know you should. I got a grip on myself and it feels good. Get a grip on yourself, take my advice. I got a grip on myself and it feels nice. And it feels nice. And it feels nice. And it feels nice. All right, and that was Get a Grip by Semisonic. So, we got two more. And this next one is a song called Surprise. And I love this song, but I love it even more because my mom discovered a video a couple of years ago. And it was some guy listening to this in his car while he was driving. And he ended up driving by my grandparents' retirement home, nursing home in West St. Paul, and it was the funniest thing. She's like, "Oh my gosh, check that out!" And so it's really terrific to discover stuff like that. And there, I mean, even though it wasn't an official Semisonic sanctioned track or video, I should say, it's still there's still a lot of local flair to some of these songs, so it fit very well. Like the apartment by the river road that he mentions in the song Chemistry. But anyway, this is Surprise. I know you didn't see this one coming, but this is Surprise, and I hope you enjoy it. I feel the day is arriving soon when I can't stay around anymore. They're looking all the familiar rooms until they feel the breeze through the door, and then they can say it's the company that I keep. So they'll never name the tears that I weep. I'm gonna surprise them all when they look and I'm gone, gone, gone. I'm gonna surprise them all because I've already moved along. Already moved along. You can stay if you have to, no, it's got to be your own decision. But someday I will be back for you, and then you better not refuse me again. 'Cause one more chance is all I promise to provide. And circumstances choose for those who can decide. I'm gonna surprise them all when they look and I'm gone, gone, gone. I'm gonna surprise them all 'cause I've already moved along. Already moved along. I'm gonna surprise them all. 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 All right, and that was Surprise. So apparently there are a couple of bonus tracks that I'm not super familiar with, which is kind of shocking, given how big a Semisonic fan I am. But maybe for the 30th, I'll learn those. And it'll be all good. But the last song that's on the record is a song called El Matador, and there is there are some really cool things about this one. So this one was written by Jake Schlichter, who I talked about earlier, the drummer. And so Dan said during, I think it was the First Avenue birthday party or something, he was talking about how, Jake wrote the song because they were all like, oh, we're getting old, we're 40, and now they're in their 60s. So he, just started laughing. He's like, yeah, it's funny when we thought 40 was old. But anyway, so that's kind of the genesis of this song. But I mentioned the kind of theme of this particular album is all about coming together and finding that chemistry. But the last two tracks really kind of get at the idea that really get a grip too. So the last three tracks really kind of get at, you don't necessarily need that other person to find your inner peace. And I think El Matador, just based on how it is just melodically and all of that, it's a great closing track, and it kind of sums it all up. This is El Matador. And this one, when I was in Spain, like I said, All About Chemistry was one of my comfort albums. And since there are some Spanish ties to El Matador, it really, put me at ease. But then as I was leaving, My last photo album that I posted on Facebook was called Please Don't Go Away. And that was from this album because I really, or this song, I should say, because I really came to love it in Spain. So this is El Matador, and it should also be noted that one of the things that Jake said is that the album would be called All About Chemistry, but they kind of ironically started writing the tracks separately. So he wrote this one, Who's Stopping You? John wrote that one, although he and Dan kind of collaborated, but they all kind of, started the tracks separately for what would become All About Chemistry. But anyway, this is El Matador, and I hope you enjoy it. Matador sweeps the veil from the last young day of my life. Malibu tides in hand, the Santa Ana winds from behind. Way down into the water, no more chances this year. I busied myself all summer, my day for swimming this year. Yes, it's time. Seaside revelations, all those dreams and visions of mine, washed up like a vacation, lost as I wasted my time. Looking through my dark glasses, I see the smiles on the faces of friends. But time keeps pushing me on now, and I'll ride this wave in the end. Please don't go away. Stay a while, stay a while. Please don't go away. Stay a while, stay a while. Say goodbye to the weekend and the last of the summertime sun. Driving on the end of the decade, so many things to be done. September and the trees are restless, the wind chimes blow in the dark. Lying on the couch defenseless, with blue clouds caught in spark. Please don't go away. Stay a while, stay a while. Please don't go away. Why don't you stay a while? Stay a while, please don't go away. Stay a while, stay a while. All right, and that was El Matador, like I said, closing out All About Chemistry, which turns 25 years old tomorrow. So I do need to point something out about that song before I close out this live stream, and that is that there's a line in the last verse where he says, "Lying on the couch defenseless with blue clouds, cord and spark," and I mean, I don't know, but I heard that line and I was looking up or I know the line, but I was looking up Joni Mitchell's discography, And she has an album called Blue, an album called Clouds, and then an album called Court and Spark. And so obviously Court and Spark stuck out to me, at some point. But that's a reference, I think, to all three of her albums: Blue, Clouds, Court, and Spark. I just found that to be massively cool. And I wrote a blog about that and then discovered that afterwards. So I forgot to say it in the vlog and the blog and all of that. So, this comment was like 2 years in the making, maybe even three. I hope you guys found that fascinating, as well as all the other trivia in this. This album just means so much to me. And, I always talk about Blood on the Tracks as being like the definitive album. And, I wouldn't put, All About Chemistry up there in terms of definitive albums, but certainly in terms of ones that have been very influential to me. It was in my mom's car when I was like 8, and I remember asking her, I said, "Oh, what's the title track about?" I didn't say title track, but this song, and it was all about chemistry, just chemistry. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, Dan Wilson's daughter was in a chemistry class, and he wanted to learn about it and whatever." And so it took me years to figure out that actually wasn't true, but still a good song regardless. He could have written it about that, and it still would have been terrific. Um, but I kind of found that out when doing the math on what Closing Time is about: the birth of his daughter, and she would have been 3 doing chemistry. Um, so not happening. But for real, I mean, with that song and with that question that I asked, again, I was 8 years old, but the lyrics fascinated me, and wanting to know, hey, what is this song about? And you don't always get that answer. But it just fascinated me to make those like kind of personal lyrics, but also coded a little bit. Obviously not all of that at 8 years old, but the lyrics did intrigue me, and it was the first time that I was ever like, oh hey, I wonder what this is about. And so uh, like I said, this album is worth celebrating every time there's a big milestone, like 25 years. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much. Speaking of Bob Dylan, which I pretty much always am, the man is turning 85 in May, and so that will probably be my next live stream. And Stay tuned for that, because his actual birthday is, I know I'm busy that night, but we'll figure something out. So